Today is a good day for a ride. Not too hot. Breeze feels kind of good right now. But yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about some thoughts on this new 650 2024 KRT edition. I got it last month, and I just want to go over some things that I think about this motorcycle. Hopefully, you know, it can help other riders, or wants to be a rider, or want to buy a motorcycle, and give you some information of what to expect when you're buying this motorcycle. First, I am a new rider. I just got this motorcycle last month, the 10th of August. So I'm still, you know, we're still in the honeymoon phase. We're still in the honeymoon phase of my bike right now. So far, I am loving this bike, enjoying every bit of it. The little pull, that was pretty good. It's not as fast as, you know, a 600 or a 1000. Yeah, not even close. But that may be so, but this bike is fun and very enjoyable to ride. It's very comfortable sitting upright. I'm not like hunched over like this, just relaxing, enjoying the ride, the wind. My neck doesn't get tired because I'm not constantly looking up, you know, like versus like this, and you have to look up like that, you know, comparing to the other bikes. Again, everybody get different tastes. Some people like to go fast, some people like just want to have a chill ride. I mean, I'm both, but I don't want to go too fast, because at one point, I mean at some point, I'm gonna start chickening out if it gets too fast. So in terms of speed and power, this bike has right now I think 68 horsepower, and for torque and power delivery, this bike I think is perfect for beginner riders just like myself, because again, it's not like, for example, I rode a Gixxer 750 tuned one, and that thing, every time I hit the throttle, even just for a little bit, man, my head will snap back. I don't want that. It was fun for about 5 minutes riding it, but after that my back's starting to hurt because I was so crouched over. So going back to the Ninja 650, so I got this bike from Temecula Motorsport, I think the name of the dealership was. And my buddy and I, we just thought about going over there. It's like, hey, let's go look, see what they have in the inventory, just kind of like look around, look at the different bikes that they have to offer. And before that, we were already talking about, you know, possibly purchasing a bike. And a couple of hours later, or maybe almost 3 hours later, we were out at that dealership riding a motorcycle. And we drove it all the way back from Temecula all the way to Barstow. And it's about 2.5 hour drive, because we were going so slow. For both of us not having the experience of riding on the highway with, you know, cars going 80, 85, 90 miles an hour, you know, passing us, that was kind of nerve-wracking. So we just kind of like stayed in one lane and sustained a speed of maybe 60 to 70 miles an hour, because of the break-in period, I guess. So they said don't go over 4,000 RPM, but that's kind of impossible to do when you're on the highway, because then you'll have a bunch of disgruntled drivers trying to push you off the lanes. And even going at 65 and 70, we've had drivers just cutting us off, just riding too close behind us. When they're passing us, they're passing way too close, so we would have to swerve to the right and get away from them. So yeah, that was kind of nerve-wracking. But other pros of this motorcycle is the gas. Miles per gallon on this bike is really good. So I've driven this bike from where I live to Victorville, and it's about 187 miles. Well, it's actually 187 miles back and forth, and I still had 2 bars left on my gas gauge on the screen over there. So that was really good, and that was sustaining 80-85 mile an hour ride, occasionally going to, like, you know, 90, sometimes 100. So we were pushing it pretty hard, I think, you know, being it's a new bike. I don't know if that was safe to do with the bike, but that's after the 600 mile break-in though. So yeah, and then also I did my oil change at 600 miles, and from what the dealership said is that on the first oil change after the break-in, I have to use a non-convention or non-synthetic oil, because the oil breaks down much easier and it can coat the parts of the engine more thoroughly, and that it can protect the engine more. But then he said after that, after your first oil change, your next one, you can move on to a full synthetic oil, because it can protect and prolong the life of your engine better. So I don't know, so should I stick with a conventional oil with non-synthetic, or move on to the full synthetic oil on my next oil change? So back on the pros on the Kawasaki. The power delivery on this, the torque is always there. You don't have to get it angry, or you don't have to, just like the ZX4RR for example, on that bike, man, you really have to hit it, get the RPM up there for you to start feeling the bike come alive. For this one, at low RPM, you can get the torque delivery really quick, and you know, it's pretty fun. You know, you don't have to put much effort on it just to get the torque out of this, because it's right there sitting, just waiting for you to hit the throttle at all times. It's light, it's not too heavy for me, easy to, I guess, balance. Well, I've never really tried all the other 650 class, but you know, I tried this one the first time and I just kind of like fell in love with it. You know, there's always that R7 CBRs, or you know, Hondas. So there's a variety of different motorcycles out there that you could choose from, but I think a Ninja 650 is not an overkill for a beginner rider. Matter of fact, I think this is a perfect beginner rider bike because of the power that it delivers already. It's not on the high range and it's not on the low range either, so you're right there in the middle. And I think for this bike, you're not gonna be outgrowing it, you know, too fast to where you're gonna want another bike a bigger bike, a higher caliber bike, after a year, or even I would say less than a year, depending on, you know, your riding style. So I had also a Honda Gram. It's a 125cc, so there's kind of a big jump to the Ninja 650. I thought about getting the Ninja 400 too also, but they stopped producing the Ninja 400 for I think 20 I just cracked too. My voice just cracked. Anyways, I think they stopped producing the Ninja 400 for 2024. I think they stopped producing it in 2024, and they came out with the Ninja 500. So that was a cop, something. But yeah, they stopped. They started producing the Ninja 500, which is actually a 459 or 449cc. So it's not like a true. It's not a true Ninja 500, but let me turn around right here. I don't like this road. It's too much. The road is jacked up on this one. Too much potholes. There you go. So what's I was saying? So yeah, like I said, I looked at the Ninja 400, but then they stopped making it, and then they moved on to the Ninja 500, which is a 449cc, not a true 500. Kind of like the same thing as the Ninja 650 is 649, but at least it was 1cc off, not you know, not a 51cc off, and they just kind of rounded up to just call it a Ninja 500. Not knocking Ninja 500s, I'm just saying, just the naming convention of it is kind of weird. So let's see, hold on one second here. Let's make sure nobody's coming to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Nope. Oh man. But yeah, the one thing that I complained about this bike, well, not really complained about it, it's just little things that I noticed on this bike, very minor things that I didn't like, especially from the first ride, coming from, you know, the dealership to, you know, bringing it home. The first 30 minutes of the ride, I was enjoying it really nicely, enjoying it pretty good, nice riding or whatever on the highway, even though cars were like passing us and cutting us. It's just having, you know, the blast being on a motorcycle. But my hand, after 30 minutes, my throttle hand right here, it started to get numb, and then the vibration was pretty strong too on the handlebars. So my hand started to get numb, and I think I was squeezing the, I don't know if that was from me or is it from the vibration of the handlebar, but I would have to occasionally take off my hand from the throttle and shake it, and whenever, you know, you let go of the throttle, the engine brakes just drops your speed pretty freaking quick. So if you're going 65 and then you let go of the throttle just to kind of like rest your hand, the speed goes down to like 50, you know, high 50s and mid 50s right away. It's pretty fast, like, and so you'd have to catch back up again and try to speed up, so that way the guy next or behind you doesn't freaking rear end you. So that's one. The second one that I noticed is that the front fairings, like for example this one right here, well, the original one, and then the plastics right here over the TFT, the sun protector or whatever you call it, it was rattling so much. You know, I can hear the rattle whenever I accelerate, and especially in first or second gear, I can feel that rattle just going like it's kind of annoying, right? And so yeah, that's another one. And then another one is that when I hit the 1,000 miles for this vehicle, I try to get the top speed of this motorcycle. Did I say vehicle earlier? Anyways, so I when I hit the 1,000 miles, I try to get the top speed of this, I was about to say car now, this motorcycle, and I got it up to about 123. Yeah, about 123, and it was, you know, going against the wind, but at the same time it was slightly going downhill. So I don't know if the wind was a big factor of me not going anywhere over that, because it was like, I think 22, 23 was like blinking back and forth. And also this is restricted to 10,000 RPM. That's it, no more, no less. Unless, I guess you have, unless you you tune your ECU, or your flash it, I mean, to get rid of the RPM restriction. Because as soon as it hits 10,000, you'll start feeling the fuel cut off, and you start slowing down, and power is almost non-existent at that time. I mean, at that point. So yeah, that's when it comes to, you know, trying to see how fast this motorcycle will go. And that was my experience on this one. The oil change was pretty easy. They told us to bring it back to the dealership for the first oil change, but I was like, I'm like 2.5 hours away, man. I'm not driving all the way down there just for you to do an oil change. I mean, I looked at the manual. It was pretty simple on the first service check. I'm not an expert. I'm not a maintenance expert on anything. I know a little bit of something, but I wouldn't call myself an expert. But I think I know enough. I think, you know, I'm still learning every single day. You know, some people gives me tips and tricks out here and there, and I'm like, ooh, I never thought about that. So it's always good to have an open mind, you know, when it comes to things like that, because you can always learn from somebody, you know, as you go along in life. But I wouldn't go, this is just me now, this is just me talking, it's just my personal opinion, okay? I'm not telling you guys that, you know, this is it, this is the final thing. But I'm saying I wouldn't go and buy a Ninja 500, or even if I had a Ninja 500 and I wanted to upgrade, I don't think I would upgrade it to Ninja 650. I would upgrade it to something much higher than a Ninja 650, because there's not much really of a difference. So with that being said, if I were to buy a motorcycle as a beginner, again, knowing that, you know, what I know right now, I would go straight to the Ninja 650 instead of going for the Ninja 400. Just skip that middle, the middle bike right there. You know, especially because I was thinking about it when I had you know, thinking about upgrading from a Grom, and I was thinking of getting a Ninja 400, but a lot of people was telling me that might as well go straight to 650 is that what you want, if that is what you want, because getting a 400 is gonna be pointless for you, because after, I don't know, a year or so, you're probably gonna wanna upgrade. So might as well get what you're looking for instead of creeping up to it and, you know, buying more motorcycles. You know, they could costs a lot more, instead of just, and why not just go get the one that you actually want. And this is the one that I actually wanted, and I'm really happy with it. The seat height on this one, I think, is about 30-inch and a half. 30-inch and a half. I'm 5'4", so I'm really comfortable on the stop. I can put both of my feet on the floor, on the ground, and you know, pretty good amount of my foot is on the ground, you know, minus my heels. My heels can't touch the ground. But with that being said, I'm really comfortable with that. So I've driven this on the highway more and more, getting used to it more and more, enjoying it more and more. Every time I can't wait to ride it. That's just me. I love riding this motorcycle. I'm just having a blast with it. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this motorcycle, even though it's limited to 124 or 123 or 122. I'm just gonna keep going down, or 120, I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably keep this motorcycle until the wheels comes off, because I'm having that much fun on this one. Like, powerful, I love it. The looks of it, I mean, I think it looks aggressive. It looks a lot more aggressive when I changed the this one right here, the, what do you call this, the windscreen. So it got a lot more of that aggressive look on it. So no complaints there. I fixed all the rattles. So I put some paddings in between the two plastics there, right here. Those are paddings on the other side too, to keep it from rattling too freaking much. So that's an improvement. I haven't done anything to improve the performance yet. Still doing a lot of research. I know exhaust is one thing on the list already, automatic. But being it's a Ninja 650, I can't just put a slip on, you know. I gotta buy the full exhaust system, which is about, I would say, starting from 875 and up. So at this point, probably just gonna wait, and then maybe flash the ECU sometimes in the future. I mean, not anytime soon, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. What else I wanted to do with this? Yeah, mainly those, just the exhaust, flashing the ECU. Oh, come on, bro. Go, 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 go. Woo! This thing pulls pretty hard. My daughter already named this bike, named my bike Kiwi. Because it's green. I mean, the kiwi is brown, but when you slice it, it's green. Yeah, that's why she named it Kiwi. And she keeps giving me you know, she gives me a hard time sometimes, playing around with me, that I don't pay attention to my Grom anymore, because now I have Kiwi and she feels bad on my Grom. Yep. So there it is right there. The sprocket, I don't know, I think the sprocket is way too big on this motorcycle. So yeah, the looks, it changed. It's a lot more aggressive look with that black windscreen on it. And then, yep, so I put this on there, and then this. Finally got rid of that tail that it had from the dealership. So yeah, all in all, I think I want to change the sprocket to a smaller size, flash the ECU, get the exhaust. Any suggestions? Alright guys, that's all I got for today. Please like and subscribe to my channel. This is my first video right here, and let me know please in the comments what topics would you guys like me to talk about on my next video. Alright guys, peace out, y'all have a great day, bye.